everybody. We're back for another episode of College Life Book Discussions. I'm here with Judith and Asia. And today we're going... First of all, we apologize for taking so long to get this third video out.
Judy.
Oh my God. It was somebody's fault because they had postponed it like 3 times.
Oh, I postponed it once. I was saying, you know what?
Okay, we're going to discuss book 3 of this series, which is College Life 201, Sophomore Studies. And in this book, the girls are now going to their sophomore year of college. And let's get started. That was so fucking cool.
How did you do that? Like, that was so corny. Come on, man. Let's get started. That was corny. Like,
it felt corny coming out. It felt corny.
Oh my God, that was so corny. That was
corny.
so corny.
I can have a corny one. It felt really corny.
I'm not the corny one today.
It felt really corny.
I'm not the corny one today.
Are we going to get...
No, I'm doing that all video.
We're going to
All video.
We're going to get to the discussion. All right. So, I always have to ask this question. Now that this is a new book that's come out, do you girls feel the same way about your characters? Do you still have the same favorite characters? If not, any new ones? And
of course I got the same characters. Chastity all day.
Team Malaysia. And, you know, everybody know I don't like Alex. Everybody know that I'm not rocking with Emily. So, and the rest is fine at this moment.
Yep. Okay. So, the first thing we're going to touch on is the roommate switch. So, the girls in this book, they're moving to a new dorm. They built a couple new dorms on campus, and they're staying in this new dorm called Paradise Terrace. And they're got some roommate changes. So, in this book, Chastity and Malaysia are roommates. Which is hilarious. Alex and Sidra are roommates. And Emily is in the whack apartment by herself.
She's so lonely.
Because her mother succeeded in getting her into the apartments because she did not want her to hang around with the other girls. So Emily's lonely in the apartment room by herself in that little one single room.
But she can easily just come out.
She could.
She can come out and come to the terrace.
All she gotta do is knock on the door. But she's not a people person like that.
Her mom always there too. Like
she do. Her mom do come and like stay.
Her mom like her roommate for real.
Yeah.
She is.
What she do? She come and she'll stay like a night. Like drop your kid off and go home. Like why you gotta stay? It's you back to school. You know it's about to be some parties. They're about to go get drunk somewhere. College students don't get drunk.
All right, mom, stay home.
Right.
Even if Emily did say that, like, her mom not staying home.
Come on,
That's gonna make her mom come there even more.
I got to stay home. I'm coming today. Like,
right.
No. So yeah. So
that would drive me to drink.
Whatever, yo. Whatever. Okay. So Malaysia and Chastity are roommates. Chastity is not happy about Malaysia and Chastity being roommates because Malaysia gets on her
she really is. I think Chastity deep down inside.
No.
I'm speaking from feelings.
You speaking from feelings. Because no. You know for a fact she hated that situation.
She did not.
You know for a fact.
I think surface-wise,
no,
Chastity didn't like it.
Only person that was happy was Malaysia.
Yes, because first of all, Malaysia gets all her stuff. Her thing is, oh, I see you got the TV, we got the microwave, we got the fridge. And Chastity's like, well, what did you bring?
Why would she bring anything?
That's exactly what she said. Something along those lines.
Why would she bring anything if she already knows, like, do you need 2 TVs?
No.
Contribute, bitch!
Malaysia,
my bad.
Chastity isn't even going to watch Malaysia's TV if she brought it because it's not a smart TV.
The thing is, you got in the mail who your roommates was going to be. All you had to do is like, so what you bringing?
What are you bringing?
She already knows Chastity.
No, Malaysia.
She knows
just
Chastity
don't
has
put
everything.
In. She just don't. She
when Malaysia went there freshman year, she had her own stuff.
Barely.
Whether it worked or not, she had her own stuff.
Barely.
Malaysia's stuff always breaks. Yo.
But she had her own stuff. But she knows Chastity. She got. I'm not bringing nothing of mine.
No.
That's I'm going to break anyway.
That's not how it works.
That's not how that should work.
Yo.
That's not how it works.
When I stayed with you, did I bring my own bed? No. Because you already had one.
What?
This is not. We're talking about.
It's the same thing.
We're talking about college roommates. It's not the same. First of all, It's common courtesy.
It is right the same thing.
It's kind of the same.
See?
Yes. But it's common courtesy when you have a roommate. To kind of communicate, it's like, hey, I'll bring this. What do you bring? It's because you're going to share stuff. Or you plan on sharing.
So did Chelsea reach out and ask Malaysia?
Malaysia's gonna bring her stuff regardless. So Malaysia just.
But Chastity already knew Malaysia wasn't gonna bring anything. So why would Chastity reach out to say?
Right, and why would Malaysia bring anything if she already knew that? Chastity already knew that.
Because she could just ask though.
This is Malaysia.
She brought her clothes.
This is Malaysia. This is Malaysia we're talking about.
She barely wore clothes. Barely wore clothes anyway.
Shots fired!
Bang, 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 bang. Sorry.
Dang.
I think that just out corny what I did earlier.
No. It did.
It did, because you made
I think you made it worse by trying to get somebody out corny you what you did earlier.
Whatever, moving on. So, roommates aside, like Alex and Cidra's their roommates.
Let's talk about that alcoholic.
Yes.
We will. But first, okay, so remember in the last book, like towards the end, we kind of guys got a feel for Stacy and Victoria, which are Alex's first in high school. So they're actually coming into this semester as freshmen.
Victoria a hater.
Victoria is a hater. So she already has an attitude because she already doesn't like the girls anyway because she feels like Alex is like replacing her and Stacy with them or whatever. But Alex is like, I love everybody.
Why would you even care when you knew what you was doing to begin anyway?
Okay.
That's a fake friendship right there.
Yeah.
Mad.
It was.
Right. So
I don't like people that... My bad.
That's fine. So Alex, one of the first interactions that they have with the girls this semester is Alex invites them all. She invites them to eat. Go out to eat. And Chastity's already like, I don't want to go. Yeah. Because she already sees how Victoria is. And she's like, I don't like her attitude. Like, Chastity saying she likes my attitude is funny because Chastity has an attitude problem, but that's all right. She peeps some stuff and she's like, Victoria is like, I don't like her. And I don't want to hang around her.
Chastity's not a people person anyway.
Right. And Malaysia's like, yeah, chick is jealous and I don't like her. And Alex is like, please everybody, please, my friends.
Shut up, Alex.
And then,
I wish she would.
I want everybody to be happy family. And so for Alex, they go out to eat. Emily doesn't go. Does Emily go?
Alex paid for her own dinner.
Yes.
It was
about time.
So she didn't pay for it. She got another free ride. That's what I be talking about. Like.
But it was her job. It was her job technically. So I guess technically she did provide the food.
Well, at least she was providing food all year. What Malaysia provided all year? At least she was providing some food. God.
Nobody expects Malaysia to bring anything.
I'm just saying.
So, yeah. Okay, so back to Victoria. So Victoria has a lot of nerve to, like, have an attitude towards Alex. So she starts to get, like, real in her feelings about the fact that Alex is still hanging out with these girls and she feels like she's replaced. So Victoria ends up, like, getting attitude and, like, pulling herself back from Alex. Alex is just like, what are you mad at me for? And she wants to throw up, oh, you're replacing Stacy and me with them just like you replaced Paul. Paul. Paul is the guy that cheated on Alex in book 1 with a girl that Victoria told, said that he cheated on her with.
That whole lie.
A whole lie. So, anybody want to bring out what happened?
I think, let me just reiterate. I think that another reason why Victoria acted the way she acted is because she knew what she did was wrong. And so she's acting that way because she, like, in the back of her mind, she's like, oh, yeah, I smashed Paul, and I'm the person that Paul cheated on you with, and now I feel bad, but now you got new friends. No new friends. But anyway.
My thing is, like, Alex, why you ain't see this? You see everybody else's stuff. You in everybody else's life, trying to control everybody else's stuff. Why you ain't see that your best friend was sleeping with your man?
In denial.
She always did somebody else's stuff.
Okay, in Alex's defense, Alex was away at school when this happened. So Alex couldn't see that because she wasn't there. Remember, Paul got left behind.
You can see things without looking.
But then when she found out he cheated on her, she had no reason to not take Victoria's word for it.
But not only that, but she also had the opportunity to get the truth because Paul tried to talk to her.
He did try to. But if somebody hurt you like that, do you want to talk to him? No.
But it was months later when she went back home where she had the opportunity to sit there and she gave Paul a chance to talk. She said, "I'll give you a minute," and why? Then she wouldn't even let him explain nothing. He had the chance, and she was just like, "No," and basically slammed the door in his face.
How did Alex find out again?
Okay, so
Did Stacey tell her?
yeah. So last semester, towards the end.
Oh wait, didn't Stacey find the
Towards
note?
the end, Paul when he came to the house when Alex went home with her friends. Last book, Paul came to the house and gave her a letter. He said, "If you don't want to talk to me, please read this." Alex was like, "All right, whatever." So she puts the letter on a table. If you remember, Victoria takes the letter. She goes outside and she opens it. She reads it, and you see her like kind of like some bitch, like whatever, like that. And she walks off. You don't hear anything else about it because in the last book they were dealing with some other stuff. The group. Mm-hmm. So, Stacey.
I like Stacey.
Stacey's cool. Stacey ended up finding the letter at Victoria's and taking a picture of it on her phone. Before Victoria got a chance to I guess, destroy or whatever.
Delete the evidence.
Right. So Stacey held on to this. So Stacey is feeling guilty because in the letter it's revealed, Paul tells Alex that he didn't cheat on that girl Sherry that Victoria blamed. He really cheated on Alex with Victoria. Mm-hmm. And in the letter he says this to her.
What if Alex like ran up in Sherry's mouth?
Right.
That wasn't even true.
Victoria wouldn't have cared because they didn't like the girl anyway. So Victoria would not have cared.
No, but Alex, you know how Alex said she would have felt real bad if she would have ran up to her when they met up on the street, and the first thing she did was dig in her mouth. Yeah. And she would have felt real bad to find out. So I really just punched this girl for no reason.
But question, right? So as far as Victoria and Paul goes, you know how, like, as women, we be like, well, I'm not even going to get mad at the girl because I'm in a relationship with the guy. Mm-hmm. But this girl is your best friend.
Right, exactly.
What do you do in that situation? Do you get mad at the girl?
Yes.
Or just the guy?
Yeah,
both of them.
You get mad at both of them.
Because y'all both, like, as the man, yes, you owe, as a man in a relationship with me, you owe it to me to be faithful. But as my best friend, you owe it to me to not betray me either. So y'all both get your ass beat about that one.
It takes two. It's not just one person. It took
but
two.
But I get that. But in any event, like as far as cheating to go, if I ain't know the girl,
right,
the hell with you. My problem's with you because you owe it to me to stay faithful. But in this case, Victoria is her best friend. Right, Paul is her boyfriend, and that y'all both owe it to me to be good to me. Mm-hmm. So y'all both getting it.
I'd have been all up in the.
But what happened was Paul. So how it really came out was Paul. Paul ended up coming up to the school and coming to. I think did he contact Stacey? I think he contacted Stacey to have Alex call him because he knew Alex wouldn't answer and he didn't want to talk to Victoria anymore. So he needed to tell Alex. He wanted to tell Alex what happened. He wanted her to know.
He had to because at the time. Like, you trying to get this truth out, and then you got somebody right next to you trying to be fake and be your friend. Right. And all the whole time she's sitting there lying to you. Right. And she know the truth. Like, of course somebody got to tell. Somebody need to tell her. Right.
So Paul ends up coming to the school. And he's surprised at Stacey in the room. She's like, oh, ho, ho, what's going on? And then Paul and Victoria get into it. And Stacey takes the opportunity to go and find Alex. And she's like, I got to tell somebody. I got to tell her because Alex is about to get, her whole feelings about to get crushed. She runs to the dorm, the girls' dorm. And she knocks on the door, and Malaysia's like, she's not there. And so she's like, she ends up saying that she needs to talk to Alex. So all the girls, Chastity and Malaysia, end up going into the room. Because they think somebody's going to fight Alex. So when Stacey goes to Malaysia, she's like, Alex is like, she about to get gut punched, like, real bad. Who gonna gut punch her? Yo, somebody trying to fight? Yo,
who won that?
Yo, they don't want these problems, because even though they get on each other's nerves, and nobody's gonna come and fight them.
You know, it was already viewed from the last fight. They was ready to go. They was ready to go.
Chastity's like, oh, they don't want this problem. Right. So they all go to the room, and Stacey actually tells Alex, Paul's here. She's like, for what? And then Stacey tells her what happened. She shows her the letter on her phone, and Alex reads it. And basically, she's like completely crushed. Completely crushed. So she goes to the room and she confronts Victoria. And she Now she doesn't fight Victoria, but she does slap her. Like she backhands the mess out of her afterwards. Because her thing is,
she should have kicked her in the
She should have. She should have. But Alex is like, you're not worth me fighting on campus for getting kicked out of school. That's Alex's mentality. Right. And the other girls would have dragged her. But this is Alex. We're talking about Alex. But she does backhand the crap out of her and bust her lip or whatever. But
so with this, do you think this situation would, like, how you think it would affect like Alex? Like, do you think like she would look like at the new girls Like Sidra and all of them.
I don't think
No.
so.
Like,
I think she has more trust in that.
I think she has
but
more
like
trust in them.
Vicky was like, they was best friends.
Yeah. But at the same token, it's just like once you get to know these people,
Yeah.
and then it's just like you have no reason to think. And not only that, Alex not talking to nobody, so it's just
Yeah.
like
I don't think now Alex will probably have a trust issue when it comes to men because
what she does.
She
already had that after she found out Paul cheated. She already had her trust issue.
right, she did have a trust issue, but you know, I was in a relationship, he cheated on me. But as far as the friends goes, I think she gives her friends more benefit of the doubt than she does another man. Because she feel like, okay, well, she did this, but that don't mean they're going to do it. And that, you would think that doesn't make any sense, considering how she will have relationship issues with men.
But it's Alex.
When it's not every man that did that to her, it's just part of that to her, but she has more trust in, like, I think she's been through more with these girls than she's been through with because like, she's growing up with these girls, like, even though she met them, like, at 18, you know, what you go through in middle school and high school is something totally different than what you're going through as an adult in your college years. So she's been through, even this far, more with them than she's been through with Stacey and Victoria, even though they've been friends longer. So she has more trust in them. Like that. So that's that came out. So
that slut.
Slower. So another thing that happens in this book. Well, Sidra, okay, it's not really too much that happens in this book with Sidra, but she...
What? No, I'm listening.
But, you know, she starts to have a little problem with the neighbors next door because the girls, except for Emily, they're all on one floor. Malaysia and Alex's roommates, and they're separated from Chastity and Malaysia, who's at the end of the hall, by these two girls. So they have a connecting bathroom that they share with two other girls.
Like
a suite. So Sidra starts to consider Sidra's Miss Neat Freak and whatever like that. So the girls on the other side, they're a little messy. They're messy, like nasty, messy in the bathroom. So, you know, Miss Prissy clean everything, Sidra. She's not for that. So she starts to get a little, you know, get into a couple of words with one girl in particular next door. Too much to come of that in this book, but as you read and then once you go to the next book, you start to see some things kind of click. But yeah, so that's...
When I was in school, I didn't care to know my sweet mates.
I
had my roommate and I had my other homies. I didn't care about my sweet mates.
You know, see, I lived in a little house, and not that I cared to, but you all live in the same house, so we share the kitchen and stuff like that. So you kind of had to...
You gotta get to know people.
Yeah, I guess you can. But after a while, I stopped caring. I'm like, I don't, you know, I stopped caring about people, getting to know people. Yeah. I didn't like people after a while. I really didn't. I still don't to a point.
I don't be liking people neither.
But all right, so that's Sidra. Not too much happened with Sidra this book except for her runs with these
Emily,
girls.
please.
Oh, come
on!
on!
Emily, I mean, not Emily. Like Sidra, what do you really have going on right now? Nobody.
I feel a little animosity every time.
Yeah, every time we talk about Sidra, she got a little.
You guys gotta understand. Like we've read.
I know.
All her material.
But you gotta you gotta keep that animosity.
I'm trying. That's why I be trying not to even talk about Sidra, man.
Yeah,
every time somebody says Sidra, she like.
It's like a nerve.
Yo, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about.
It's like her trigger. Sidra. Oh, Sidra. Okay.
Like anybody say Sidra to me in the street, it's like right there on site.
But who would say Sidra to you in the street? I don't think anybody really. It's not really popular.
Yeah, it's not gonna pop.
Yeah. We can add to it because that'll make no sense. Just said. And so Emily,
that alcoholic.
Emily starts to in this book kind of
corny. This makes her corny. My bad. This
makes
her corny.
It does.
Corny.
Emily starts to spiral a little bit.
Spiral is a small word.
So she's in this apartment. She never wanted to be in an apartment by herself. She wanted to be around the other girls, but her mom, she got isolated. Emily, she's not the social type. She's not gonna go out. And she, you know, she feels like
I'm not. You got some girls that you cool with already.
Right, and who asking about you? Like, hey, Emily, you want to come out? Hey, you want to come out? No. So what you?
You better be happy that somebody, the cool squad, is asking you to come along. Nobody else wear pigtails in the group. Nobody. But they try to welcome you along. You just chill in the crib. Like, I don't like that. I feel disrespected, and I'm not even there.
Yeah, so the girls are asking Emily, you know, you want to come out? So, okay, so was it Parents Weekend? Parents Weekend.
Yep.
Parents Weekend happened. And I think the other girls' parents are coming down on, I think, Saturday.
Yeah,
Emily's mom comes down on Friday. So the girls, the girls and guys, they're supposed to be going out. Stacy's going with them. I mean, I have somebody Stacy to go with them to go bowling or something. So Emily's mom and sister. Emily's mom bring her sister down, which is why.
But why would you even do that?
But she comes down on a Friday and stays the night. So Emily has to make up an excuse that she has to go to the library or something to sneak over to the girls' dorm. This is stupid. To sneak over to the girls' dorm
so she can go
and see what they're doing. So the girl's like, "Well, we're going out with the guys." And she's like, "Stacy's going too?" She's like, "Yeah, they invited me to come on stage." She's a sweetheart. Mm-hmm. And she's like, Emily's like, "Well, I just wish you guys would have invited me."
Why would we?
And first of all, you look at the ground. I just wish you guys would have invited me.
Why would we?
Chaz is like, "You want to cuss us out? At least look at us. Like, what did you do? Like,
and
nobody,
where you want to go?
like nobody cares." And like, she's like, you saw your mom came down on Friday. like everybody, like,
right? Why would somebody go out there to invite you when you're not even going to?
You're not gonna be able to go.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say that. So you come in? No, I'm not coming. So I'm not wasting my breath.
Right? Like you're not gonna be able to go.
You ain't asked me. So
take several seats and go hang out with your mom and your butt ass. Excuse me, your good sister. Go hang out with them. Go knuckle something. You're not even gonna knuckle. You're gonna sit there quiet in the room the whole time while your mom there, your sister give you the evil looks. Yeah. You're just gonna be a little punk. So just go continue to be a punk. We're gonna go bowling. Go have some fun.
Right?
Yes. Go in the corner.
It's like, so you feel like, oh, they replaced me with Stacy. No, Stacy can go.
Right.
Stacey can go out. So whose fault is that?
You shouldn't even have been in the group to replace.
That's a shame.
Right.
You
were visible.
Because by default, it's because she was room with them in book 1.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Corny.
That's corny. That's a shame.
She brings nothing to the book.
Nothing.
Right now.
But, so she starts to feel very isolated and lonely.
Whose fault is that?
And so Malaysia's friend, Praz, she's been cool with him, and he makes these drinks. And he's always bugging her for drinks. So he runs into Emily doing something, like going somewhere. He runs into Emily. And he's like, "Hey, I gotta go off campus, but Malaysia's been asking me for this drink." She's like, "So when you see her, can you give it to her?" Emily's like, "Oh, okay, cool." So she takes a drink, but she forgets to give it to Malaysia. She really does.
And so it begins.
And her mom pops up at the school again. And by this time, Emily's grades are kind of slipping. Because Emily's like depressed and she's, so her grades are falling. But she's lying to her mom saying that she's doing okay. Her mom comes into the school and she spends a night or whatever.
As usual.
And Emily thinks, because she kind of, not even yells at her mom, but kind of snaps at her mom or whatever, so her mom kind of leaves. Barely. And so the next day, Emily's like, "Oh, she's gone, yay." And she goes to the building where her classes are. Her mom's talking to, I guess, one of the
professors?
Yeah, one of the professors. She found out Emily's not doing well in her classes. So Emily, screams at her mom and then runs out of the building. And she's so mad, she goes to the room and she's tearing her room up because she's mad. She finds the bottle. And she opens the bottle, she starts drinking it.
So it begins.
So Emily...
Alcoholic Emily.
So Emily's, in this book, is starting to drink as a way of...
To cope.
Yeah, to cope with her stress and her loneliness and stuff like that. So she's actually sneaking and doing it. She's going to Prize and asking him to make her drinks. And she's asking him not to tell anybody. And he's like, "Well, it's not my business if I make you okay."
Who does that?
Whatever.
Alcoholic.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been asked, well, everybody else drinks, so what's the problem? The problem is that Emily is doing it as a coping mechanism. Mm-hmm. She's not doing it. She's not socially drinking with the other people. She's not doing it for fun.
That's
but
irking about it.
You're hiding it.
Because your friends drink.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have a drink and you want to curse your mom out to us, cool.
Yeah, right.
You hiding all stupid. It's stupid. You look stupid.
In your room, people knocking on your door trying to find out where you at. You sitting there in the bed drunk with a hangover.
She was
crying. I spit all down her face and whatnot. Like, get out of here. You'll be having fun and drinking it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm picturing it in my head. It's so stupid.
Oh, stupid.
It's
like,
so stupid.
Come
on, man. Oh, spilling out your shirt.
Yeah.
Crying behind up and shut up.
Dang.
But yeah, so she starts to take a downward spiral. Starts to in this book. And okay, so we're gonna move to Chastity and Jason.
That's Lord.
Oh,
I
Whoa! Listen. You've been taking shots every video at Chastity. Every video you be taking shots. We're not doing this. I thought it was Molasses all day.
It was Molasses all day. There was jokes.
Yeah. You just
We already know Chastity got a slur.
She's not a slur.
I
She's
know.
not a slur. So why you call her a slur just now?
Because it was fun stuff.
So in this book, Chastity and Jason end up going on their first date,
Ooh.
and it's done as a bet. So Chastity is struggling in her math classes.
She's back for the booty.
I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh at that. I'm not gonna laugh at that. I'm not gonna laugh at that. So Chastity is struggling in her math classes, and Jason offers to tutor her. So Jason offers to tutor her, and Jason been trying to get Chastity to go out with him, and she's shooting him down, or whatever. And Jason says, "You know what? I'll make you a bet." He says, "If you'll pass your midterm," because she wanted to pass her math midterm. I think it was calculus 2 or something like that, or 3 or whatever. Jason's good at math, so he said, "I'll tutor you." He said, "If you pass your midterm, you have to go on a date with me." And she's like, "For real?"
She was gonna pass anyway.
And so he was like, and I mean a real date. I mean, I don't mean everybody else. I mean me and you, where, we go somewhere nice and we actually talk to each other, and not with the little smart one-word answer that you be giving. Because, he know her, he know how she get. And he said, "Do we have a deal?" So she said, "Okay, fine."
That's because she wanted to go on a date. She wanted to. She knew she was going to pass.
She knew she was going to pass.
Yeah, so...
Why couldn't she just go on a date?
Because she got to be difficult. That's all.
What?
Let her be difficult.
Oh, no. Oh,
Let her be difficult. We're not going through this. We're not.
But I have to ask questions about her.
Okay, well, she
everybody else. So she didn't even want to go on a date with him. Then why didn't you just go on a date with him? Why wait till him make a date? I mean, make a bet. All right, if you pass, you're gonna pass anyway. What you gonna fail on purpose?
She told him. But she did tell him on a date. She did tell me. She said, "Can I be honest with you?" He said, "Yes." She said, "I'm here with you not because of a bet. I'm here with you because I want to be."
So if we know how she is.
You know how she is.
Whack.
Shut up,
Julie. We're not going through this.
I take it back because I'm tired of this.
We're not going through this
She
video.
ain't off limits because when Malaysia's trying to get blasted, best believe I'm gonna be talking about her
blast
too.
the stuff out of Malaysia. I'm blast because you've been blasting Chastity all 3 videos. I'm blasting it. You know what? We talking about Malaysia in this video too. I'm blasting it.
That's
I'm
cool because
blasting it.
Malaysia be doing that stuff. I'm not really mad because Malaysia be doing that stuff. And I know she be doing that stuff.
So anyway, they go on their date and they have a good time. Now, before that didn't even happen on this date. But before then, Chastity's starting to feel like she's starting to feel kind of like physically bad. Like she's getting headaches, like more headaches than usual. She's feeling fatigue and stuff like that. So she's like chalking it up to stress over midterms and stuff like that. So she's she's really not feeling like herself, but she's just brushing it off and whatever. So Jason and Chastity every day, they have a really nice date. And upon leaving, like they're slow dancing, and she's feeling like dizzy. So she's asking, she's like, "Can we leave?" And he's like, "Okay." So when they're leaving, she actually passes out, like in her arms or whatever. So they end up in the hospital. Sidebar, because the same day that Chastity and Jason go on their date, Malaysia goes on a date with somebody. So
I mean, that's cool.
Rewind back during a game. The opposing team, Malaysia happens to see this guy that she thinks is cute. From the opposing team from another college.
Oh, we cute.
Right. So she was like, "Oh, he's so cute," and she's trying to tell her, "Oh, look at him. Was it number 58 or whatever? Look at him." And everybody's like, "Get away from me." So she has in his mind, "Oh, number 58. So she's at a store, Mega Mart or something like that, and she runs up to him. And he's like, you know, can I get your number or whatever like that. She's like, you know, she's all giddy and stupid.
Of course she is.
You know, because
Why
you know,
she gotta be giddy and stupid?
he's you know,
Why she gotta be getting stupid though? Just
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
All the
Anyway.
shots she was taking, it don't matter because she was
But
getting
why?
stupid.
But why?
Okay, so she was
You gotta say what you say with purpose.
Okay, so
though.
she
You
was
gotta
getting-
say-
Because it's Malaysia.
Why?
All right, so she was acting real giddy and girly and stuff like that with this guy who she felt like was out of her league. Even though Malaysia on the outside feels like nobody's out of her league, on the inside Malaysia does have some kind of a, I don't want to say insecurity because she is secure, but I guess she felt like this guy was pretty much out of her league, whatever. So he gets a phone number and she's excited. So he calls her. They're talking on the phone for like 2 hours. He's like, yo, can we chill later? And she's like, all right, cool. He's like, y'all, what do you say, 11?
Mm-hmm.
11 o'clock?
First of all, that's too late. For any
Right.
conversation.
Oh, you how about 11? And so in her mind, she's like, 11, that's a little too late for a date.
Right.
It's either 10 or 11, I forgot. But
He trying to do
so
Netflix and
so
chill.
before Chastity goes on her date, she comes to the room because she's coming to lay down. And Malaysia tells her she's all excited about, oh, I talked to him and for 2 hours and I'm gonna go out with him later like 11. So Chastity's like, whoa, you mean 11 at night?
Right.
She's like, yeah. She was like, you don't think?
It's like she the date guru.
So Chastity's like,
You loving the club? Oh yeah, Alex loving the club.
But did we not
but
just
wait,
say
okay, right? No,
I get it, like she
No,
ain't
she
never been on no date.
No,
She
it
ain't
doesn't
been
matter.
on no dates.
11 o'clock's not too late for a date, though.
It is. We know that, but Chastity, you ain't the date.
Yeah, but she's looking out.
We've been on dates before.
But she's
going to agree with it, disagree with it.
But she's
No, I agree with us, but Chastity's saying it.
But she's looking out. She's looking out for her because she's like, don't you think it's a little bit late for a date? And Malaysia's like, well, not everybody's gonna go on a date at 9 o'clock, Chastity. You know, she'll get on the defensive and stuff like that. But Chastity was right though.
It is late. It is late.
She was right. So while Jason and Chastity's on their date, this guy comes pick her up in sweats and stuff. Malaysia's all dressed and cute and all this other stuff, ready to go out.
So Chastity and Jason was still on their date at 11 o'clock one time. Wrong.
First of all, but they went out a date
They
earlier.
were out earlier. They were
still out.
talking.
They
It
was
don't
out late.
matter.
They should have been back in. 11 o'clock, 12 a.m. is their time. So she should have been in the house in a reasonable time. This date guru.
Anyway.
First of all, it's called you can't be that simple minded not to know that 11 o'clock is a late it don't make no sense.
Chastity
She's like-
should have been in the house.
What you mean? It was already out.
It was already out. And then she had passed out
Is that
too.
what
They
you
went
would have
out.
told your parents back in the day?
Yes!
They said be in the house at 10 o'clock at a reasonable time?
No, I would've been
You
like-
gonna say, oh, we already out, though.
No, I'm be like, we wasn't even
Because
looking
10
at the
o'clock is
time.
a reasonable time. She should have had her behind in at 10 o'clock.
Anyway.
Date
So-
guru.
You know, you sound like a whole.
But she had
hater
a real date though.
Oh.
She had a real date though.
Oh.
So she know what she's talking about a little bit.
Oh.
Let's get to this
She
date.
know what she was talking
Let's
about.
get
Jason
to
did
let's get to this date though. Let's get to this date though. But so the Tyrone comes, he picks up Malaysia. She's all dressed and cute. He got on some sweats and this and that. And she's like, oh, you know, in her mind she thinking, oh, maybe he's gonna change later on. He takes her back to his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
He goes in and he sits down on the couch. She's like, are you gonna change or something? He's like, for what? She's like, well, because to go out. He's like, I never said I was taking you anywhere.
And he didn't.
He did.
He did not say he was taking her anywhere. He
He was
really did
trying
not.
to take her somewhere.
Right. So he's like, I didn't say I was taking you anywhere. She was like, okay. So she's like, no. So they had a couple of words. She was like, she opened her coat. She had a coat. She said, does it look like I'm dressed to sit on a couch? He said, no, you like you dressed to sit on.
Yeah.
So she got she got offended. Like, go ahead.
I mean, I like Malaysia.
Go
Why
ahead.
don't she get offended? Because he say that. Like, what was she insinuating? She's saying, is this a dress?
No,
to
she was saying,
sit
is it
down?
dressed? No, she was saying, is it dressed for me to sit here on a couch with you? Like she was planning on going. She thought she was going out somewhere.
Basically,
Like,
I'm
on
not
a
dressed
date.
to be staying.
She's like, I'm not dressed to be staying in the house. That's what she was insinuating. Not that she was, dressed to do anything.
I just wanted to ask what the something.
Yeah, but that's what she was saying. Not that I'm dressed to do
Yeah,
anything.
good.
Because Malaysia's a virgin. Malaysia's a virgin. Like that's found out in book 1. Like, what the? You know what? I can't. Please, it's so hot in this room.
It's hot here. It's always hot in here.
I know. But so yeah, so she gets assaulted and she's like, you take me home. He's like, I'm not taking you nowhere. Cause he's like, yo, like
Disrespect.
yeah, he just sold it because he wanted to smash and she wasn't doing that. And so he was like, oh, you were teasing this and that. Like, so she's sitting there like, oh my God, like he's really disrespecting me so hard. And he wanted to take her home. She's like, fine, let me just take her
From
home.
his point of view, though, he said you want to chill.
She did not.
I mean, that was Malaysia's fault.
That was
Yeah.
But he was
and
honest
Chastity
from the
tried
rip.
to tell her.
No, Chastity was told 11 o'clock was late. Chastity could have minded her business. She should have been in the house at 11 o'clock because what's going to happen with them?
Why should Chastity mind her business? She trying to be.
She was trying to help
I
her.
get that, but what's going to happen with Chastity?
What you mean? She's in the hospital right now.
I said what's going to.
It don't matter. We're not on that right now.
Not on that part. She was in the house.
First of all, her date was already over.
Right.
She had a date. She didn't sit in the house in the crib on a couch.
Well, okay. So we're going. So
She went out at a restaurant and ate food.
All I know is
so
Chastity should have been in the house.
so this kind of merges together because when Malaysia's in the cab and she's going home and she's in the car, she's like she's calling herself stupid and for even leaving in the first place. So she's feeling bad, and then she gets some missed phone. She has some missed phone calls because she turned her phone off for her date, and
Y'all want to keep air quoting date?
a date. So Sidra tells her that Chastity's in the hospital. She goes to the hospital, and Chastity's in the hospital overnight. They're running some tests. Turns out that she's anemic, iron deficiency, but in being in the hospital, the doctors asking questions, asking your health history and your family history, and she's confined to Jason. She's like, I don't even know because I'm adopted. She finds out she's adopted in book 1. Mm-hmm. She doesn't know who her family history. She doesn't know her medical history. She doesn't know because as far as she knows, who's her mom? Who's her mom? Like who's her pet? Like she doesn't know. So she kind of says she thinks she wants to find her birth mom. And when she goes home and Trisha, her aunt, comes to visit her, and Chastity's like, she tells her, like, she doesn't really, she's not scared to tell, but she doesn't really want to tell her because her and her aunt Trisha have a really good relationship. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't want Trisha to feel like she's finding her mom because she wants to replace her. She just wants to know where she comes from. And anybody would want to know where they come from.
Right. Especially when you got in a hospital and can't even
right.
tell your parents' history
right.
of event.
What's on Chastity's birth certificate? Birth mom?
The
birth mom is on the certificate?
She doesn't have that though. Yeah, she doesn't have that though. And that's not. Well,
I was just asking.
That's the question. I would have never thought to be like, "Yeah, mom, let me see my birth certificate."
Yeah,
I never thought to ask that.
Because I didn't see my birth certificate until I was like, God.
I asked the first time I asked for my birth certificate was like, "Mom,
I was looking for a job and stuff." Yeah. And she says to Trisha, she said, "I want to find my birth mom," and Trisha gets an attitude. Like she gets an attitude. It's like she's brushing off. Like, why you want to do this now? She's like, well, why are you getting an attitude about it? Right. She's like, you know what? I gotta go. We know. So she leaves, and Chastity's like, she's like that monkey, like, what happened? So they go. So they go through the semester, then they go on break for Thanksgiving, and Malaysia before she leaves. She gets a call from Tyrone again. He calls her, and at first she's like, no. And she gets on the phone, she starts cussing him out, stuff like that. He pulls the okie doke, no, I'm sorry, I've been thinking about you, I want to take you out. She fall for it, and she goes, go ahead, I know you want to say something.
Because at the time, it wasn't like she was falling for it.
She fell for it.
No.
She fell for it. He disrespected her so bad. And
it's not like she fell for it.
So what do you call it?
She genuinely thought he was sorry.
So she fell for it.
All right.
And she probably felt like, he didn't really say we going out.
So she fell for it.
She ain't fall for it.
So she fell for it.
She just realized what she thought was right at that time. But she didn't fall for anything.
So he called, apologized, and she fell for it.
Because she was already thinking about it anyway.
She fell for it.
She ain't fall for it.
So,
she just went with how she felt.
She fell for it.
She ain't fall for it.
She felt like she fell for it. That's what she felt like.
So they go he takes her to the sandwich place, and they having a conversation, and he kind of tries to throw a blame on her, like, how you come off and stuff like that, whatever. So they're talking, and she's like, you think it's going to take this sandwich and a pickle to make up for what you said to me? So these guys are looking at them, or looking at her, and Tyrone kind of snaps at her, like goes off on them. And it's like, who, snapping it. So Malaysia's sitting there like, what? Like, they didn't even say anything to me, whatever. He's like, come on, get your stuff, let's go. And so she gets something. Because she in her mind, she's like, oh my God, he's tripping, but he's protective, so that's so cute.
Stupid.
There's a lot of MFs. If everybody was smart about relationships, there would be no such thing as breakups.
Okay, fine. But fine. But anyway, so that's that. She goes out. She gives him another chance, and they go, "Wait on me like that." And she goes, "It's hot." So before Chastity leaves for break, Jason's riding home with Chastity because they live probably within 10 minutes of each other.
Mm-hmm, sure
So she is. Jason's asking her, like, you know, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? And if you're not doing anything, you can come over to my house. You know, my family. She's like, I'm not your girlfriend, Jason. He's like, I know that, but you're my friend. So if you're not doing anything and you're by yourself, you can always come with my family. She's like, well, Trisha still has an attitude, but she'll probably do something with me. So, because she started feeling bad, because like, he just wants to spend time with her. He just wants to make sure she's not feeling lonely.
Well, she was falling for it.
Okay, fine. So she's like, well, I'm not doing anything next day because Trisha's going out of town. So you can, so she's like, you can come over, keep me company then. So they're spending. You're so petty. Is it Thanksgiving? Yeah, it is Thanksgiving. Yeah. So is this the one where Malaysia's mom makes that carrot-filled stuffing and makes Sidra eat it or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Malaysia picking the carrots out?
Yeah. Yeah, because
somebody eat carrots and stuff.
So real quick. So Thanksgiving, their Thanksgiving. I usually put the how they spend their Thanksgiving. Emily's is miserable. She upstairs drinking.
Yep.
Cause she done bought a drink home and she upstairs getting lit and hammered.
Alcohol.
Her mom cussing her out. Come downstairs and you know whatever like that. So Emily's is just miserable. She there with her mom and her sister.
So her mom ain't smell no liquor.
Right? No.
I just wanted to know.
No. I think she was drinking the night before. She woke up with a hangover. That's what it was. She woke up with a hangover. So, hers is just bad. So Malaysia is making Thanksgiving dinner with her mom, and her mom is making a stuffing. And
can you call that stuffing? Like,
I don't know what it was. In my mind, it looks nasty and it tastes nasty.
Right.
So her mom's like, you know, put these carrots. She's like, Mom, no, why are you putting these carrots? You always try to put carrots and everything. She's like, nobody eats the stuff that's dry. She's like, it's your grandma's recipe. No, she's like, no, it's not. Like, you got it all. You got it out of the book. And then her mom was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So Malaysia has this bowl of carrots. And she goes over to the sink. It's like, oops. It's all the carrots in the sink. Her mom get mad, start hitting her with a towel. And Malaysia's like, you magic carrots in the sink. So she's like, her mom goes in the fridge and pulls out this bag of carrots. And she's like, cut these up. She's like, she's like, cut the damn carrots.
I want carrots and they stuffing. Behind stuff.
So Cidra's family comes over for Thanksgiving or whatever.
Sidra mom can throw down in the kitchen. I mean, just imagine like, yo, it must be
Sidra mom can throw down in the kitchen.
Shut up.
So they
talk about her mom right now.
Right. So they over there and they, you know, Sidra and Malaysia in the kitchen talking and Cidra's looking at all the stuff. She's like, it looks good. She's like, what's that? She's like, Malaysia's like stuffing. She's like, it's nasty. She's like, my mom made it. She's like, don't try to blame that on your mom. She's like, you know you made that. So Cidra's sitting there and Malaysia's sitting there like this. So her mom come in, and she's like, hey, everything looks good, Mrs. Simmons. And she's like, yeah, Mama. She was just talking about the stuff, and she's like, yeah. And she was like, she was like, yeah, she just said how the stuff would look good. She's like, I see, Malaysia. I told you everybody would like it. She's like, yeah, Mom, you did. You sure did. So why don't you taste that? So she was like, I wouldn't want to ruin the presentation. Mom's like, that's no problem. So Sidra like, huh? Like, so she actually had to sit there and eat some of that nasty stuff. Malaysia was crazy.
That's what she gets.
That's what she gets.
That's what she gets.
That's
She's
what
just
she gets.
lying.
Just like,
knowing you like the stuff, but she ain't lying.
Right.
I'm just gonna tell her mom I don't like it.
Yes.
She ain't had to say nothing at all.
She didn't, but you know, she tried to play Malaysia.
She a liar. She always trying to play Malaysia.
And Malaysia like, oh my god, we're gonna leave that alone. So yeah, so that was something fun, a lighthearted thing in the book. So we get to Alex. So Alex's family's having Thanksgiving at their house, and they invite Stacy's family over. Mm-hmm. At this point, she's no longer Princess Victoria. You just gonna cut the Danish.
I look
good too. I want some. But so so Stacy's family comes over. At this point, nobody, either Stacy or Alex, is talking to Victoria. They just shut her out.
Good.
Victoria and her mother show up at the house. At Alex's house. Really? And basically, it's like a confrontation. And Stacy's mother is like, Victoria's mother's like, y'all just want to cut her out. She made a mistake. I was like, she slept with my boyfriend.
Right.
Like, there's no coming back from that. Like, then of course, Alex's mom gets in. Is like, y'all show up on Thanksgiving, like for this. After what your daughter did to my daughter, you should be lucky. Like, no, she's not going to talk to her again.
Right.
So, it's kind of nice to see.
You want to talk to her?
Yeah, like, we cutting her out. Are you crazy? Like, do you understand? Like, she's supposed to be one of my best friends, and she did this to me, and you think you're going to come over here for Thanksgiving? So that was Alex's Thanksgiving. Chastity's Thanksgiving. So Chastity, Trisha invites the family over for Thanksgiving.
I don't know why.
She knows Chastity does, after everything that happened freshman year, she knew Chastity didn't want to be around everybody, especially the fact that she was adopted. She felt like, this is not my family, so why are you bringing these people around here? Especially after everything that happened. So Chastity's like, you're doing this, you're filling the house, you're avoiding me, and then you're filling the house today on Thanksgiving because you don't want to talk about what I want to talk about.
Right. So
Trisha's like, I don't have to say, come on, she'll kill the attitude, come on and have dinner. So Chastity, she goes have dinner, she gets into it with her cousin, then she goes into the kitchen, and Trisha follows her, and Chastity's like, you're brushing me off, I'm trying to talk to you about, I want to find my mom. And Trisha's basically just like, I do everything, why you want to find her? Why can't you leave things how they are? I do everything for you, I do this, I do that. Chastity's like, it's not about you, it's not about what you do for me, it's not about you. I want to find her for me. Like, I'm not doing it to replace you. Like, and Trisha's just like all in her feelings, and she's basically telling her, if you go through with it, we're done.
Like, I understand her being her feelings because it's just like, I raised this girl and things like that. But the same token,
she didn't raise her.
But I was about to say she didn't raise her.
I know, but you close to somebody and you're like, I'm this close to you and things like that. I get it.
She probably don't want her like.
Yeah.
She actually found her mom. Yeah. Like she be owing to her mom and forget about
exactly. So I get it, but the same token is like, you really going to disown me for wanting to find out who I am?
Yeah. So like, she tells Chastity, she's like, if you go through this, we're done. And that hurts Chastity's feelings because she's like, at the everything that I've been through, you're gonna like cut me out like that because I want to find my mom or whatever. Like, so that hurts her feelings. And then the next day, Trisha goes, it's Black Friday, whatever. So Trisha goes away on business, and Jason comes over. Jason comes over to keep her company because she did invite him over afterwards.
Company.
So
she
after
fell for that.
So then
all right, Petty.
So then this is when Malaysia, because before Jason comes over, Malaysia talks to Chastity about Tyrone, and before she didn't tell Chastity what happened on her date, because she knew Chastity was going to say something about it.
Chastity was like, I told you so.
Right. So she finally told her what happened, and how she went out with him again. Chastity's like,
why would you go out with him again?
Why would you go out with him again? She's like, that's why I didn't want to tell you. Well, now you're telling me, so now you want to deal with the fact that you got to
like, why would you do it?
But Chastity don't want to listen to nothing that nobody got to say about her.
Okay, fine. But she was right.
I understand that.
Okay.
I understand that.
So nobody said she's nobody said
not aside from the point. It's not.
Don't be thinking that somebody got to accept your feedback when you don't want to accept nobody else's feedback.
She was right though.
It don't matter if it was right or not.
She was right though.
It doesn't matter. No, it don't. No, it don't.
No, it don't.
She was right. That's like Alex. Alex don't be right about everything, but she always be shoving her opinion down people's throats.
Nobody care about Alex. So we can have this conversation.
And Alex and Malaysia ain't care about what Chaz was talking about.
She does.
And that's why
Malaysia
she should have cared.
Malaysia values.
Malaysia was salty because she wore that dress and he ain't never said we was going out. That's why she was salty.
Listen, at the end of the day, deep down inside, Chastity do listen. She's just hard headed.
She's very hard headed.
Malaysia just don't care. It's a difference.
So, no, it's not.
It is.
Being hard headed is like, all right, I know what you're saying is cool, but I'm not doing it because I'm hard headed. I just want to rebuttal or whatever.
And that's what Chastity do. She rebuttal. She just
and so does Malaysia.
No,
she don't care about what you're saying. She's gonna do what she's doing anyway. That makes somebody hard headed.
She's just stupid.
Damn.
Just stupid.
So
at this point in time, she's stupid.
So Malaysia.
Ain't no coming back on Malaysia's side.
See, I ain't saying that.
First of all, it's Malaysia the other day. We're not gonna go through this, Judy. You've been taking shots for 3 videos now. 3 videos. All right, we're not doing this.
But let me explain. My shots aren't really shots.
They are shots.
No, hear me out. They're not really shots. That's just me trying to get different views on what the viewers.
That's what I'm doing too.
wants to maybe thinking and
No,
stuff.
I'm not roll shots either. I'm just we
Right,
going
so we
back
come
and
to
forth.
this
We good.
agreement.
Let's see all day. That's all I said.
Okay. So
You ain't coming back.
so Jason comes over to Chastity's house.
He sure
and they're-
does.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But so anyway, Jason's over at Chastity's house and
It was.
she doesn't really want to talk about what happened, but a blackout happens. And so they have no videos, they have no TV, whatever. And after, sitting for a minute, Chastity does confide in him and tells him what happened, how she feels. She feels disappointed and let down by Trisha's attitude at what she's saying. She's feeling like, I don't even want to go through it anymore. Jason's like, don't let anybody stop you from doing what you want to do. She's like, it's not even worth it. Why would I further damage a relationship with her for someone who didn't care enough for me to keep me? So that's how she's feeling. And Chastity, she's down, and Jason does this lip syncing thing with her, whatever like that. So they laugh and joke, whatever. And they sit back down and
Set that mood.
They sit back down, and Jason, sitting there with her. He's thinking about everything about her. He's thinking about everything about her, and he tells her that he loves her, and she's like, "What?" He's like, "I love you." She's like, "No, you don't." She can't.
She don't know how to express herself.
She doesn't know how to express herself. She doesn't.
Y'all not gonna keep saying she don't know how to express herself.
She's a grown woman. Damn.
She a grown woman. No, because every time she do something, it's like, well, you
She's
don't know how to
19.
express yourself.
Oh, shut up.
Every time somebody else do something like Malaysia, oh, you stupid. You went that day, you stupid. But this was her first
But
day.
nobody,
she didn't really know.
but nobody said
But now she don't know how to express herself. Every time she do something, she can slap somebody in the face. She just don't know how to express herself. Kick somebody in the stomach. She just don't know how to express herself. Get the hell out of here. You grown as hell. You don't know how to express yourself. No, you don't. You just want to be a beat out.
You ain't.
You sound Can I finish?
Because
I don't like that excuse.
I cannot.
Is this
Say something
different? Is that? Are you coming from the point of the audience right now, or is this coming from you?
I'm coming from me because y'all keep making that excuse.
But I did not say she was right. If you let me finish, then we can get to a point where I don't agree with what she did.
I still don't like that excuse, and I don't want to hear it again.
I said what the hell I want to say when I feel like saying it. I'm saying it again. She don't know how to express herself.
None of them do, so everybody gets a free pass in life.
Whatever. Anyway, so they have a little back and forth, and Jason's like, he's like, oh, you running now? She's like, I'm not running. He's like, I'm not running for my feelings. So, you may not love me, but do you care? She's running from her feelings.
She's definitely running.
He's like, you may not love me, but do you care about me? And, she hesitates. He's about to leave. She's like, I do care about you. She's like, I know what you want from me, and I can't give it to you. He's like, you really think all I want is sex from you? She's like, no, it's not it. I can't be in a relationship with you. And he's like, why? And she's basically like, she feels like she can't make him happy. And he's like, well, why can't you? So they kind of go a little back and forth, and he end up kissing her, and then so she ends up losing her virginity to Jason.
Boom, yam slam.
Oh, come on!
I bet you was at 11 o'clock.
It probably was 11 o'clock. She should have had a fast ass in the house.
She wasn't out! She was in her house!
Nah, she shouldn't have been alone with no boy.
Well, she know him. So what?
That wasn't nothing at all. She know him.
It wasn't. I was trying.
She tried so hard just now.
I was trying.
She was.
She tried so hard.
She know him. That's why you said it too.
Shut up. So she loses her virginity to Jason, and then fast forward, they go back to school, and she's avoiding him now. She is avoiding him.
That's what a guy would do.
And Malaysia did. No, Malaysia
Sure,
did tell her that. Malaysia did tell her that. Malaysia said that
so petty.
because she didn't want to tell. She ended up telling Malaysia because Malaysia kept getting her. Malaysia was like in her face like this. You look like you want to tell me something. And so Chastity was all emotional, and she didn't feel like lying. She didn't feel like all that. She did let Malaysia know that she did. She did have
excuses as to why she opening up to Malaysia.
So she did.
It ain't because she was tired of it.
So she did tell Malaysia that she slept with Jason, and Malaysia goes and tells everybody else. When Chastity asked him not to do it.
Cause you part of the group.
No.
You part of the group.
No.
We all go through this together.
No. And this is how she did it. So Chastity tells Malaysia, And she's like, oh, let's go over it. She's like, Malaysia, don't say anything. She's like, don't say anything to anybody. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna say nothing. So Malaysia get over to Sidra and Alex's room, and Alex, Sidra's looking for something on the floor. Hey, y'all, you lost something, Sidra? Hey, Chastity, did you lose anything? It's like, well, why are you're trying to drop hints? Chastity's like, stop it, right? So Malaysia sends a text message to Chastity. So why won't you tell them? But the message goes, she accidentally sends it to Sidra, too. Accidentally. And so Sidra's like, tell who what? So Malaysia's like, oh, Chastity, you did not purpose. So she gets mad. She storms out. And Sidra Adams like, what doesn't she want to tell us? And so Malaysia's like back to the corner because Alex is in her face and the Sidra's in her face. So Malaysia's like, she breaks it out. And
accidentally.
Yeah, so she tells them what happened. And then the girl's trying to come over to the room and get in the door. And Malaysia's like, no, y'all stay out there. And so Chastity's like, why would you say that? I asked you not. But she's like, I don't know why I'm not surprised.
Exactly.
I don't know why I'm not surprised. Oh, no. You would not. No. That girl told that girl's business should not have. Now she did it, and Chastity's like, I don't even know why I was surprised.
Was Chastity mad in real life?
She was mad at first, but then
in
she
real life, she was really mad?
Yeah.
Or she was just mad at the fact like she just did it. Like, dang, you just did that. But she was like mad, like, oh my God, Malaysia, like you really just did that.
Yeah,
like,
because she first of all,
she know who she dealing with. She knows. Just like she knows Malaysia's gonna touch her stuff. And Chastity knew that eventually she was going to tell the girls anyway.
So let me ask y'all a question. So it's okay for her to make excuses for everything Malaysia does, but every time I try to make an excuse for Chastity, it's no.
First of all, if y'all listen,
lies.
I don't make excuses for her.
You definitely.
I do not make excuses for her. I state different visions, and then I be like, it was stupid of her to do that. I will be the first to admit I do say that. But every time something happens, like, yo, how's it okay that Chastity can do this? Oh, she just don't know how to express herself. Why is it that she can do this? She don't know how to express herself. That's her excuse for everything.
I do not agree with Chastity did in this book.
No, Chastity did Jason Roy.
I don't. She did. So, after they get over the whole...
It's almost over hour.
Okay. It is over?
Yeah, it's like 3:23.
Okay. So, we'll wrap it up soon. But, so when Malaysia's kind of like, after the whole, you told everything, and Malaysia's like, finds out that she's not talking to Jason, she's like, why are you doing that? She's like, if he would have did that to you, what would you feel like? And she's like, I would have probably felt like he used me. She's like, exactly. So why are you doing that to him? Mm-hmm. So Chastity sees Jason and they talk and he's like, why are you avoiding me? And she's basically just brushes him off like, just real like cold.
She don't know how to express herself, but she knew how to lay down.
Oh my.
First of all, technically speaking, she didn't know how to lay down. She was a virgin, so she didn't know how to lay down.
But she did it.
Oh my. But okay. So yeah. So they talk later on, and Chastity's like, I care about you, but I just don't want to be in a relationship. And he's like, with me, she's like, with anybody, I just don't want to be in a relationship. So Jason's like, okay, fine, I respect that. But I still want to be in a relationship with you. I still love you. I wasn't lying when I said that. So because of that, I can't be around you and not be with you anymore. So because of that, we can't be friends.
He backed her into a corner.
Mm-hmm. Basically,
so
he backed her into a corner. It's this game, and she fell for it.
So he ends their friendship, and she's like really upset by that. She's devastated by that.
It's technically speaking, an ultimatum. Technically speaking, it's like you either gonna be with me or we not gonna be friends. So
yeah, like why is she so upset about it then?
Because she can't. Like, she
does like him. She has feelings for him.
And she just don't know like she. Yeah.
She just don't. As you see through the book, she doesn't know. Like, she knows her feelings, but at the same time,
she wants to be in a relationship. All right, but don't say you don't want to be in a relationship. Like, you just scared.
That was her first smash. Like, that's gonna be her first relationship. You're trying to go into a relationship not knowing.
How you decide that after you do that? Like, that's backwards anyway.
Okay, well, it happens.
It happens.
I understand that, but like, no.
And nobody's saying that she was right in how she would treat him. Nobody's saying that she wasn't. She was definitely wrong. And I got, oh my god, she playing my boy. I can't believe she playing my boy. I've gotten those comments. I've gotten those comments. She tripping. Yeah, I know. She tripping.
I just don't know. But then you get upset about it. So if you were upset about it, that means you actually have feelings about it, and you actually like really do like him. You probably do want to be with him.
She said she likes him. She said
because
she
you don't know.
cares.
She do want to be in a relationship with him.
But she doesn't know she doesn't know what it tells him. She's scared she's gonna hurt him.
Why she said she gonna hurt him?
Because
look how she acts. Look at her attitude.
Listen,
because she's not real.
But okay.
Whoa.
Okay, her reasoning.
No coming back from this.
No.
Her reasoning is but she does explain her reasons why she was reluctant to be in a relationship. She does, but the reasons come out next book. It does. Like, it doesn't come out this book, but she does tell him in her own mind. Shut the hell.
Feelings.
She did. She hurt his feelings. She did.
Mm-hmm.
So Chastity and Jason broke off. They kind of broke off from the group. They were both hurting, and they just broke up from the group. So Malaysia's idea to get the group back together was to plan a ski trip. Nobody let Malaysia plan anything ever. If you know Malaysia in real life, don't let her plan nothing. Because her trip planning skills suck.
Horrible.
So they went to this trip. She planned this trip in New York. And by this ski trip in New York. And by the time winter break was coming along, Jason realized he made a mistake by ending their friendship. Chastity and his friendship. So he was coming back around the group. And Chastity was just like, What?
I heard the doorbell.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The doorbell. No matter. The doorbell.
Oh.
But anyway, who?
Finish.
I can't cut off. But yeah, so they go on this ski trip, which Malaysia's trying to get them to go on the ski trip. So they end up going on a trip, and the motel that they go to is terrible. It's horrible. Malaysia didn't look at it first. She just thought it was cheap. And they get there.
Of course it is cheap. She's like, oh, it's cheap. Let's book it.
So before they go on the trip, Malaysia sends information to Chastity. And Chastity looks at the site. She's like, who said I was going to stay here? So she makes a phone call, because at this time she did talk to Trisha after Christmas. They did kind of talk and come to an understanding. Trisha was taking her on a ski trip in New York too, as kind of like a peace offering. So Chastity, seeing where Malaysia and the group was going to stay, made a phone call for a favor. So they're on a ski trip, and they go to this motel. Everybody's pissed off at Malaysia. And Emily actually gets to go on the trip because her father, who lives in North Carolina, her father kind of concocted their plan because he feels like her mom is just like too much. He's smothering her too much.
That's why they're not together now.
So, right, they're not together. So he told her mom that she was coming to see him to allow Emily the time to go to New York with her friends.
She needs time. She needs to go to rehab. That's what time.
Oh my God! So she went to New York with the people. So everybody was cussing Malaysia out, and we're not staying here. And Malaysia was like, you know what? F y'all. She's like, y'all just as stupid as I am, because who would think that we're gonna spend this little bit of money in New York? Y'all just as dumb as I am. So everyone's like, what?
Book the trips anyway.
So they get it. She sees the email that she had gotten like a couple days before that she never even checked, and it has reservations for them to go to this other resort. So they just go. There's this guy named Derek P. who got the reservation. So they just go. Everybody's like, who's Derek P? Doesn't matter who's Derek P. Let's just go. These rooms, let's go. Yep. So they go in there, and they chill or whatever. And this is where Sidra meets this guy named James. Mm-hmm. Her and Josh are going to get something to eat there at the resort. And this guy bumps into her. And his name is James Grant.
Her and Josh are getting something to eat.
Her and Josh are going to go get something to eat. And Josh wants to go do something. And then James, they... So basically, he bumps into her.
Basically...
Josh wants to go do something.
And there was right.
Okay, so I wouldn't... Okay, so yeah. So she meets this guy named... She meets this guy named James. And, Josh is automatically on the swole chest. Like, who is this guy talking to her? Who's this guy? Whatever. Like, Josh has feelings with Sidra. Nobody else knows, really.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows about Sidra. Everybody knows about Sidra.
Sidra knows.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows. So that's what she meets James. And she meets him. And they go out for coffee one time, whatever. So... Malaysia's wandering around, and she goes to the desk looking for a hot tub or whatever, and this guy, the manager's there, and he asks her what floor she lives on. He asks her what her name is, and he's like, oh, she gives a name. He's like, oh, you came in with a group of people that checked in earlier. She's like, okay. And he's like, you're friends with my daughter, right? And she's like, okay. And he's like, because she's like, her mom, she's like, she's met, for the most part, everybody's parents, who's cool with their parents. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm Derek P. as in Parker. And she's like, wait, who's your daughter? So Derek P. Parker is Chastity's father. Mm-hmm. And Chastity called a favor because that's his hotel that he manages. And she called a favor to him to get her friends in the
And this
resort.
is why Malaysia doesn't bring her own stuff to the dorm room, because Chastity has everything.
So... Yeah, so before Malaysia finds out who her father is, Chastity actually sits down with her father because, you know, he did the same for her, so she's actually sitting down with him. But she hasn't seen him since she left Tucson, because originally she was from Tucson, Arizona. Mm-hmm. And basically, he was trying to make excuses for why he wasn't really present in her life. And she's like, you knew how Brenda treated me, you knew how she was to me, and you didn't do anything. You didn't step in. You detached yourself from me. He's like, I'm not making excuses. She's like, it doesn't even matter because I'm not even your child anyway because I found out I was adopted. Imagine finding out that out on Thanksgiving. And he's like, wait, what?
Right.
And she's like, I'm adopted. You know I'm adopted, right? And he's like, he kind of goes blank. And she takes it as he's disinterested, like he's not interested in talking to her anymore. She's like, you know what, Dad? You know, whatever. It doesn't even matter. You know, I'll just leave anyway. But he's like, wait, so she told you were adopted? And Chelsea's like, yes, yeah, that's what she said. She said, I'm adopted. Like, I'm adopted. And Darius kind of looking stupid in the face, like, she's not right in the head. So Chelsea's like, okay, whatever. So she just leaves. And he's standing there looking stupid. So that's Derek's first introduction in the book. And you kind of get a feel for their relationship or lack thereof or whatever. So throughout the trip, they find out Chastity's there and that she's reunited with the group. Malaysia's like, we're not the same without you. I know you think nobody cares you're not here, but Alex, Emily, corny, so I need you to be here or whatever like that. So they end up getting together, and towards the end, Jason and Chastity end up talking again. Mm-hmm. And she tells him, she makes it stresses that she did it because she wanted to. She didn't feel like she was pressured to have sex with him or whatever. And that she does care about him. And she does see herself being with him one day, but she's just afraid. So Jason's like, okay. He's like, well, can we at least try to be friends again? And she's like, sure. So at the end, at the book, she comes to the realization that she actually does love him. Yep. But she doesn't tell him. She just realized, she's like, oh my God, I love him. And that's how the book ends. And that is book 3. So...
She knew she loved him anyway.
Oh, come on!
Yo, can you not be petty?
All right, like, the book 3 is over. My feelings go back to regular for Chastity and him.
You been sitting over there eating Danish and just sipping, and then
I don't want piece of that Danish. First of all,
we're gonna go through this again like we did with the drink last week.
I've been sitting here sipping my cranberry juice the whole time.
So wait, can we show the Danish to the camera with your one piece of Danish?
No, wait, yeah. So. Thanks, guys, for watching our third video.
Hey, when next one coming out?
I don't know, but the next one will be on book 4. But hope to not take as long this time, Judy.
I wasn't gonna take that long this time.
No, I mean like take it long to get the next video, not.
Actually, you was late today.
Oh, whoa, you late all the time.
I'm never late.
Yo, you late all the time.
I'm the most punctual person you will.
She's lying, and we're going to talk about book 4 next time.
No, you gotta get the other.
I know the other. I'll put it on when it comes out. Oh, book 6, College Life 302 Advanced Placement will come.
Don't miss it. It's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. So it's coming out.
Going on.
It's coming out July 6th, and you guys might want to catch up.
You got a whole week to get your money together to get this book.
You might want to catch up because there's a lot that happens. And there's a lot that happens in 4 and 5. And so, you guys want to catch up. Thank you again for watching. Again, this is Judy. This is Asia.
Hey,
we're done.
Hey.
It's hot in here. And I don't know what the hell that was just now. But I'm getting up. I'm sweating. I'm hot. That was so extra, yo.